Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. Today we'll solve the top 50 MCQs on constitutional amendments. And one more thing, I have also solved the MCQs on different topics. You can watch it from my playlist. If you are not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, like, share and comment. Okay, let's get started. First question. The first Constitutional Amendment Act 1951 was primarily related to. The correct answer is option A, land reforms. The first amendment focused on land reforms and added the 9th schedule to protect land reforms. Next question. The 97th Constitutional Amendment Act deals with which of the following? The correct answer is option C, cooperative societies. The 97th Amendment introduced the inclusion of cooperative societies in the Constitution and added the Part 9b. Added the Part 9b. The 42nd Amendment of the Indian Constitution is also known as the correct answer is option A, mini constitution. The 42nd Amendment is referred to as the mini constitution because it brought the comprehensive changes, especially to the preamble, added the words socialist, secular and integrity. And also added the fundamental duties and some of the changes in fundamental rights and DPSPs as well. Next question. Which constitutional amendment lowered the voting age from 21 to 18 years? The correct answer is option C, 61st Amendment. The 61st Amendment lowered the voting age from 21 to 18 years in the Lok Sabha and state assemblies. Next question. The provision for the reservation of seats for SCs and STs in the Lok Sabha and the state assemblies was extended through which Amendment Act? The correct answer is option D, 95th Amendment. The Article 334 of the Constitution had originally required the reservation of seats to cease in 1960. But this was extended to 1970 by the amendment of 8th. And the period of reservation was extended to 1980 and 1990 and 2000 by the 23rd Amendment, 45th Amendment and 62nd Amendment respectively. And again 79th Amendment extended this period to 2010 and the period of reservation was further extended to 2020 and 2030 by the amendments 95th and 104th. 104th was recently amended. Another 10 years they have extended the seats for SCs and STs in the Lok Sabha and the state assemblies. See, all these amendments are related to SCs and STs reservations in the Lok Sabha and the state assemblies. All these options are correct with respect to SC/ST reservations. Let me change. Take this first option as 61st and this one 78. The 85th Amendment of the Constitution was made to provide the consequential seniority in case of promotion of SCs and STs employees. Please make a note of these amendments. All these are related to SC STs reservation in the Lok Sabha and the state assemblies. Most probably in examination they will ask the recent amendments, but anyhow remember all these. But please remember the recent ones, 95th and the 104th. Okay, next question. The right to property was removed from the list of fundamental rights by which amendment? The correct answer is option B, 44th Amendment. The 44th Amendment removed the right to property from the fundamental rights and made it a constitutional right. Under the Article 300. A. Next question. The Anti-Defection Law was introduced through which Constitutional Amendment Act? The correct answer is option A, 52nd Amendment. The 52nd Amendment added the 10th schedule. It added the 10th schedule, introducing the anti-defection law to prevent the political defections. To prevent the political defections. Next question. Which amendment is related to the national emergency provisions? The correct answer is option B, 44th Amendment. The 44th Amendment revised the provisions regarding the declaration of national emergency and replacing the internal disturbance with armed rebellion. Replacing the internal disturbance with armed rebellion. Next question. Which Amendment Act made primary education a fundamental right under the Article 21A? The correct answer is option B, 86th Amendment. The 86th Amendment made a primary education a fundamental right under the Article 21A, mandating a free and compulsory education for children aged between 16 to 14 years. Next question. The 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act in 1992 deals with which of the following? The correct answer is option B, Panchayat Raj. Which amendment established the Goods and Service Tax GST? The correct answer is option B, 101st Amendment. And this amendment was in 2016. Officially known as the 101st Amendment Act 2016. And this amendment introduced a national goods and service tax in India from July 1st in 2017. Next question. The 61st Constitutional Amendment Act is associated with? The correct answer is option A, lowering the voting age. It was amended in 1989. Next question. Which Amendment Act made changes to the Preamble of the Indian Constitution by adding the words socialist and secular? The correct answer is option B, 42nd Amendment. And this act was amended in 1976. Next question. Which Constitutional Amendment Act abolished the right to property as a fundamental right? Option A, 44th Amendment. The 44th Amendment abolished the right to property as a fundamental right and made it a constitutional right. The government enacted the 44th Amendment Act in 1978. Next question. The 74th Constitutional Amendment Act in 1992 is related to which one of the following? The correct answer is option B, urban local bodies. Next question. The 104th Constitutional Amendment Act extended the reservation for SCs and STs in the Lok Sabha till. The correct answer is option B, 2030. And this Constitutional Amendment Act was passed in the 2019. Officially, this amendment will be called as 104th Constitutional Amendment Act 2019. And don't confuse and comment me the past amendment and the when it came into force. I have here just mentioned the what officially the Amendment Act will be called. Okay, next question. The 52nd Constitutional Amendment Act 1985 is also known as the correct answer is option A, anti-defection law. Next question. The 42nd Amendment is notable for its extensive changes. Which of the following was not a change brought by the 42nd Amendment? The correct answer is option D, abolished right to property as a fundamental right. All these three have brought by the 42nd Amendment and it was done in 44th Amendment. See, that amendment here will be called by the when that amendment is passed. So it was passed in 1976. So this act is called as the Constitutional 42nd Amendment Act 1976. Some of you have mentioned in the comment in the previous video of the Constitutional Amendment Act that year needs to be mentioned. So I have added the year for every amendment. Next question. Which Amendment Act reduced the term of Lok Sabha and state assemblies from 6 years to 5 years? The correct answer is option A, 44th Amendment in the year 1978. Next question. The 92nd Amendment Act 2003 added which language to the 8th schedule of the Constitution? The correct answer is option A, Bodo, Dogri, Maithili and Santali. See, this amendment is called as 2003, but it has got assented in 2004. The amendment will be called by when it is passed. Next question. Which Amendment Act inserted Article 51A into the Indian Constitution dealing with fundamental duties? The correct answer is option A, 42nd Amendment in 1976. Next question. Which Constitutional Amendment Act introduced the 10th schedule to the Indian Constitution? The correct answer is option A, 52nd Amendment Act in the year 1985. Next question. The 100th Constitutional Amendment Act is associated with? The correct answer is option D, territorial exchange with Bangladesh. In the year 2015. Next question. Which Constitutional Amendment Act is known for introducing the reservation for economically weaker sections, EWS? The correct answer is option D, 103rd Amendment. The 103rd Amendment introduced the 10% reservation for economically weaker sections in the government jobs and educational institutions. In the government jobs and educational institutions. This amendment in the year 2019. Next question. The 42nd Amendment Act made which changes to the Indian Constitution? The correct answer is option A, introduced the concept of fundamental duties in the year 1976. The fundamental duties were added by the Swaran Singh Committee. Swaran Singh Committee by the 42nd Amendment Act 1976 to the Article 51A. Fundamental duties were added to the Article 51A. Next question. The 44th Constitutional Amendment Act was passed in which year? The correct answer is option B, 1978. The 44th Amendment Act was passed in 1978 to undo some of the provisions of 42nd Amendment. Which Constitutional Amendment Act abolished privy purses? The correct answer is option B, 26th Amendment. This amendment in the year of 1971. Next question. The 69th Amendment Act 1991 conferred the status of National Capital Territory on? The correct answer is option A, Delhi. Next question. Which amendments restored the power of judicial review to the Supreme Court and High Courts after 42nd Amendment? The correct answer is option A, 44th Amendment. 42nd Amendment Act was in the year 1976 and 44th Amendment Act was in the year 1978. Next question. Which amendment is related to the formation of new states and alteration of areas, boundaries or names of existing states? The correct answer is option A, 7th Amendment in the year of 1956. Next question. The 42nd Amendment of the Constitution of India attempted to? The correct answer is option C, curtail the powers of judiciary. Next question. Which amendment led to the introduction of collegium system in the appointment of judges? The correct answer is option B, 99th Amendment in the year 2014. Next question. Which constitutional amendment added Article 39 to the Directive Principles of State Policy ensuring equal justice and free legal aid? The correct answer is option B, 42nd Amendment. in the year 1976. Next question. The 15th Constitutional Amendment Act dealt with, the correct answer is option A, tenure of judges. This amendment in the year of 1963. Next question. Which Amendment Act was passed in the context of linguistic reorganization of states in India? The correct answer is option A, 7th Amendment in the year of 1956. Next question. The 44th Amendment Act replaced the term internal disturbance with which of the following? The correct answer is option B, armed rebellion, in the year 1978. Next question. The 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act added which of the following provisions to the DPSPs? The correct answer is option C, protection of the environment and wildlife. Next question. Which amendment introduced the Panchayat Raj system? The correct answer is option A, 73rd Amendment in the year 1992. Next question. The 79th Constitutional Amendment is associated with, the correct answer is option A, reservation for SCs and STs. This amendment in the year of 1999. Next question. The concept of fundamental duties was added by which amendment? The correct answer is option A, 42nd Amendment in the year 1976. Next question. The 102nd Constitutional Amendment deals with, the correct answer is option D, National Commission for Backward Classes in the year of 2018. Which Constitutional Amendment Act provided for the disqualifications of MPs and MLAs on the grounds of defection? The correct answer is option A, 52nd Amendment. This amendment was done in 1985. Next question. The 73rd Amendment Act introduced in which schedule of the Constitution? The correct answer is option C, 11th schedule. Some of the students have confused in the previous video between the schedule and part with respect to 73rd Amendment of the Panchayat Raj. See, the 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act 1992 added the Panchayat Raj system to the Constitution. The Panchayat Raj were added to the 11th schedule and to the part 9. Part 9. The part 9 deals with Panchayat. Part 9A deals with the municipalities and Part 9B deals with cooperative societies. Okay, hope you all have understood this. Okay, next question. The 91st Constitutional Amendment Act 2003 is related to, the correct answer is option C, limiting the size of Council of Ministers. Next question. The 92nd Amendment Act added how many languages to the 8th schedule of the Constitution? The correct answer is option A, 4. This amendment was passed in the year of 2003. Those 4 languages are the Bodo, Dogri, Maithili and Santhali. Amendment Act increased the number of languages to 22. So now we have totally 22 languages in the 8th schedule of the Constitution. Next question. The 104th Constitutional Amendment Act is related to, the correct answer is option A, abolishing the Anglo-Indian reserved seats. It was in the year of 2019. This amendment was done in 2019. Next question. Which Constitutional Amendment Act introduced the provision for 10% reservation for economically weaker sections EWS in India? The correct answer is option C, 103rd Amendment Act 2019. Next question. What is the primary focus of the 106th Constitutional Amendment Act 2023? The correct answer is option B, reservation of seats for women in the Lok Sabha and the state legislative assemblies. This amendment made the reservation of seats for women in the Lok Sabha and the state legislative assemblies of 33%. Okay, next question. The 105th Constitutional Amendment Act restored the powers of states to identify and list which categories of communities? The correct answer is option D. This amendment was passed in the year of 2021. Next question. The 84th Amendment to the Constitution relates to, the correct answer is option B, delimitation of constituencies. This amendment was passed in the year of 2001. Okay, so far we have solved the 50 MCQs on the Constitutional Amendment Acts. And one more thing, I have also solved the MCQs on different topics. You can watch it from my playlist. If this video helps you in any way, please subscribe, like, share and comment. And also don't forget to press the bell icon for the upcoming videos. Thanks for watching.